A federal court has ruled that net neutrality will continue to be protected. In fact, according to the New York Times, the 2-to-1 decision from a 3-judge panel at the United States Court of Appeals for the District of Columbia Circuit on Tuesday came in a case about rules applying to a doctrine known as net neutrality, which prohibit broadband companies from blocking or slowing the delivery of internet content to consumers. Now, the decision, and this is really important, affirmed the government's view that broadband is as essential as the phone and power and should be available to all Americans rather than a luxury that does not need close government supervision. So essentially what this does is it is another ruling that protects net neutrality. That means that your internet service providers can't make decisions as to which websites they can slow down or which websites they can speed up. So the argument is, well, if there is a giant like, let's say, Google, YouTube, Netflix, they would have the funding necessary to ensure that they get faster speeds for their consumers. But what if you're a startup company and you have this great business idea, but you don't have the resources to pay off these internet service providers for the faster internet?
Yeah.
It's a disastrous idea to get rid of net neutrality, and thankfully this ruling protects it. However, some of these huge telecom companies like Verizon and AT&T are planning on taking this fight to the Supreme Court. So that's another thing that you should keep in mind when it comes to this election, because whoever gets elected gets to decide who,
if we actually have this continuing.
Yes, if we have this continuing.
If the Supreme Court hears the case, well, first I think they would hear for the full D.C. circuit first. But again, if the telecom companies, because it's a chance to make a ton of money, it's a chance for your broadband provider to charge, to say, hey, you want the fastest level of connection, pay us $6 million a month.
Which, by the way, definitely will not be faster than what you're getting right now.
Yeah.
It'll be, this is the fastest. We can strangle you if you want.
I assume it's going to get faster and faster and faster as the technology gets better, but it doesn't matter. You can't, the playing field, of course it has to be equal. I mean, imagine if you'd done it with phones. That, no, you can't, you can only, that the fanciest companies in the world, they get to make all the calls they want, but you can't make long-distance calls during the day.
It takes 20 minutes.
It takes 20 minutes to place the call.
Well, and also there's the speed thing, but there's also theoretically, you could, for various reasons, you can make sites slower just because politically I don't agree with them.
Political reasons, exactly.
Something like that. The one thing I disagree with them, though, and I don't think this is controversial, it's not as essential as the phone and power. It is way, way, way more essential than the phone. If I lost my phone, I wouldn't even realize for days.
I don't know my number.
I do know my number.
No.
But it's so much more essential. It's the most essential thing.
No, but let's be clear about one thing. Like, I do a lot of research on my smartphone, right? Like, I'll decide, hey, you know what? I don't want to be at my desk for lunch. I want to go out to lunch on my own and do some research, while I'm eating. And I do a lot of research on my smartphone. Yeah. But you want to know what I do the least on my phone? Make phone calls.
That's what I meant when I meant phone, the phone service. Actual phones are important.
Exactly. Like, I hate when I have to be on the phone.
Oh, I hate it.
Like phone conferences, phone calls, I despise them. So,
I wish that my phone literally couldn't make phone calls. I wish that they would sell
this.
If
that service was available, it'd be great.
That's why I fear the day that you people lead this great country.
Phone calls are the worst thing.
Well, ever. I mean, like, nobody wants to be on a conference, but I mean, I would much rather talk to someone than exchange emails.
Yeah, I agree with you there, but I would rather text message with both of them. And not only is the internet more important than phone service, I think it's more important than power. If you didn't literally need power to have the internet and you had to choose between the two, I would choose the internet and I would figure out something with fire or something.
You need power for so many things that you use on a daily basis.
Yeah, most of those things connect to the internet. I would rather have the internet than power. I don't know how that would work. I'm saying power outside of internet powering. I would choose internet.
Says the guy of white privilege who doesn't have a dialysis machine.
Damn.
Okay, that's fucked up. That's fucked up.
No, obviously you need power, John.
So,
Yes, okay, you need power. I'm saying if I were to choose.
Yeah, okay,
Anyway,
well-
I think we're missing the point. This,
Oh, yeah,
this,
yeah,
this
oh,
yeah,
now
did
you
not
want
have
to
to
change
go
the
this way.
subject. Okay,
Yes.
all
Ann,
right, all right.
Ann and I are missing the
Wrong
point. Yeah, that's
time
right.
and
Yeah,
place.
yeah, that's right.
We're the ones that didn't really think our arguments through.
I understood it was a stupid argument when I was making it. Don't worry.
Did you?
Yes. This did not have to go this way.
That's right.
And this is, again, a reminder that, look, Obama has been criticized a lot by us. We criticize Obama a lot. But God knows if Mitt Romney had been president or if John McCain had been president. I don't know John McCain's position on net neutrality. But I have a feeling that Mitt Romney would have been a little bit more sympathetic towards the desires of corporations. These things matter in so many different ways because like we need this protection, not just for the politics of like the fact that we're a political show, but everybody relies on fast, reliable connections to various services, whether it's their bank or if it's Netflix. And you can't fuck with that, but there are people who would fuck with that if they had a chance.
Yeah, no question. It makes a difference. And this was a decision in the 2-1 decision at the D.C. Circuit. So the decision might have gone the same way if there had been a different president, but the administration might have come down on the other side. There might have been the Romney
FCC's position could have been
right.
different.
The Romney administration, the FCC could have argued the other way, allowing these companies to do it. It might have made a significant difference. The weight, the power of the presidency, how we say, makes a difference. And the guy's not always as progressive as we'd like, but sometimes he is.
Yeah.
He's aight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks, Obama.